Coming up on Sports Weekly, we'll check out the Carter Lions playing in the CIF Southern Section Division 12 Championship game, taking on Palmdale. We'll also check in with Indian Springs head football coach Marcus Williams as the Coyotes made strides in 2024. And SBVC volleyball in the Southern California playoffs and a big-time award for head coach Robert Van Sant. Plus, hoop highlights. SBVC taking on Taft College in women's basketball, a big-time non-conference battle. And we will check in with Arroyo Valley girls volleyball coach Jose Barajas, who got the Hawks to the CIF semifinals in his first year on the job. All that and more coming up on this edition of Sports Weekly on IEMG, and it starts now. Well, welcome to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe to the Inland Empire Media Group YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and give this video a like. If you like high school football, then this is the segment for you. We ended up having one team from the Arrowhead Athletic Conference reach a CIF Southern Section Championship game, and that would be the Carter Lions. For the first time ever in school history, the Lions playing in a CIF championship game. Let's take you out to the city of Rialto. Carter taking on Palmdale for the Division 12 championship. And man, this game was a barn burner. Lots of scoring in this one. The visiting Falcons strike first. Quarterback Josh Suarez to Joseph Mason for the touchdown there in the first quarter, 7-zip Palmdale. But the Lions, they were quick to respond. Quarterback Ryder Carson finds Cameron Sullivan, and the stiff arm springs Sullivan loose and into the end zone for the score. We've got ourselves a tie ball game, 7-7, and this thing was just getting started. A little bit later, still in the opening frame, it's going to be Cruz Avila at quarterback, but the ball hits the ground. He was playing because Ryder Carson was just not at full strength. He was a little banged up. Palmdale recovers the football, and they would capitalize. It'll be Elion Clark going in for the Falcons touchdown as he skips over the goal line for the score. 14-7. Palmdale takes the lead. Carter would get the football back near their own goal line. Ryder Carson back in at QB, not at full strength, but giving it a go. And there is a fumble on the play, and Palmdale recovers near the goal line. So the Falcons on the verge of punching in another touchdown, but Carter answers with a big-time defensive play of their own. Abel Salas, the tackle, and Martinez recovers the football. So a big-time play by the Lions, so they get the football back, but Palmdale would come away with some points as they get the safety on this play right there. So the Falcons take a lead of 16-7. Okay, so now Carter's got some work to do. Second quarter, it's going to be Carson to Martinez down the sideline and in for the touchdown. That makes it 16-14 in the second quarter. And the Falcons, like they did all night long, they would have an answer for the Carter Lions. It'll be Clark going in for the score there. That makes it 22-14. Palmdale extending their lead a little bit, but the Lions would roar back. It'll be Carson to Martinez. Oh, the double pass to Sullivan, wide open, and Sullivan will take it into the red zone at about the 5-yard line or so for the Carter Lions, and they would capitalize. That ball was not loose. It was down on the play. Still Carter football, and the Lions go to Jordan McKinney for the score, and Carter was within one, 22-21. So the Lions now turning to their defense, trying to get a stop on this Palmdale team who is doing some big things on offense. It'll be Carter's number 52, Lenal Givens, coming up with a big hit right there. Salas scoops up the football and takes it back for the Lions touchdown, and Carter takes its first lead of the game, 27-22 in the second quarter. Palmdale would answer before halftime. They go back to the ground game, and Zason Walker with the touchdown here for Palmdale. So they grab the lead once again right before halftime, 30-27, a shootout between the Falcons and the Lions. Palmdale up by 3, again 30-27, and they hold on to win by a final score of 45-43. Great year for Felipe Salas and the Lions.
Carter had a chance to win the game in the final seconds, but a 45-yard field goal was no good as Palmdale hangs on for the 2-point victory, 45-43 in the CIF Southern Section Division 12 Finals. We also caught up with Indian Springs head coach Marcus Williams out there at the Carter Championship game. The Coyotes made strides in the positive direction in Williams' second year on the job. He is very excited about the future of Indian Springs football. Here is head coach Marcus Williams.
Coach, obviously, you guys wanted to be in the playoffs, but you guys, made some positive strides this season. Would you say, what kind of progress did you think your football team made?
Man, we made a lot of progress. Our team really developed. It was about just getting better every day, and that's what we did week by week. Obviously, we didn't get all the wins we wanted this season, but we got better as a team from last year to this year. So we're a big improvement. I'm looking forward to next season, just an off season. We just got to keep battling, keep working every day.
Yeah, that was my next question. When you look ahead to next season, you guys were right there with A.B. Miller. Do you feel like, hey, this team's ready to take that next step?
Yeah, I'll say we're there. I know next season, they're the top dogs, and we're trying to knock them off, so we got to get better. I feel like we're going to do that next season. We just got to put our minds to it, take this offseason, get better, just develop our players, and we'll be ready. I'm excited.
Finally, Coach, what stood out to you about your team this year? What would you say was the strength maybe of this year's team?
Our strength, I would say, our transfer kid, Carter Porter from Pacific, when he came over, man, that kid, he showed me a lot, man. I was happy to have him for, 10 games. But overall, our team, we just learned to compete. That was our biggest thing. Hey, let's go out there, give it your all, and, let's, whatever happens at the end of the game, we'll see how it turns out, and, just keep competing.
All right, when we come back here on Sports Weekly, we got SBVC volleyball and women's basketball highlights. That's next here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.